Hi chums. Okay, we're going to try these ones this time. They're a different make. These are called Maris Peer, and it is Maris Peer. Where are we? I can't even see that. I can't. Oh yeah, number 1 Maris Peer Murphy's Compost with spuds galore. So we'll see how these do. I don't really mind. I don't really mind that they're not doing very well, because at least it's teaching me something, not to open my spuds as early as I think that I could. I'll just have to go and buy some. Oh no, buy potatoes. I've been buying potatoes in the past couple of months, and they've been hard to get good potatoes. But then the Cyprus potatoes started coming in, and they were quite good. And then the early Irish potatoes started, and they were brilliant. They were really good. But so I know I'm not going to be stuck. I'll be able to get good potatoes, all right, you know. But I just want to see what this is like, because this is more for curiosity than anything, because I've seen so many other people doing this. So what's happened? Been very busy at the lathe, as I mentioned before. There's been a lot of stuff getting done, but I'm nearly there. I've got one big job to do still. One not big job, very important job to do, and I'll get that done next week. I've got my diary is almost complete. My diary, so I think it's some sort of superstar. I need to keep a diary, or else everything just collapses on me. My memory's gone, you know, and I just write everything down. It means I've got it then, you know. So the diary's fairly clear next week, so I'll be able to get time to do that. And I really want to get it done, but it's a job that I wanted to do without rushing into it, because it's an important job for me, you know. So it's an important job I want to get done right. There's the old potatoes. Right, where's my wee pig? Okay, so what else has been happening? I got the car. Oh, here, look. Now this is not bad. See those? They're a bit small. They're the size of small eggs, but those are lovely. Those are really lovely. That there's seed potatoes. I got the car, and I'm very pleased. 16 weeks wait, but part of that was because there was a new Euro 6 engine came out. There's a new Euro 6 engine to deal with the new emission rules from the EEC, and Nissan had it ready to go in, and then they started to change the production around, and it took a bit longer than they thought. So we all had to wait for 3 weeks, but apparently they're catching up now. Okay, so anybody going in will just have the standard 12-week wait, which it is for that particular car, you know. So changing from that to Mercedes to that, I've been driving Mercedes for 25 years, and no regrets at all. I'm really happy with my decision. It's a super car. The main thing for me is that the economy is gone. Instead of me getting 16 miles around town, I'm now getting an average of 39, and instead of getting a best of 23 on a long run, I'm now getting 52.9. So I've reduced my fuel use by half, or more than half. So I'm really pleased about that. And that was my calculation, where I worked out that the money I was putting into the car, into the Mercedes every week, would actually buy and fuel that car there. And I've been right. My figures were dead on. So it means that I've got a brand new car sitting for no more money than I was already paying for fuel. So that seemed like a good swap to me, you know. I'm very pleased. A lovely car to drive. I'm very pleased with, and no regrets at all on the Mercedes. But there was one bit of good fortune. I thought I kind of still didn't like the idea of it going to a scrapyard. And I was coming home one day from a wood turning demo, and I saw a run with classic Mercedes, and some of the cars were younger than mine. So because it was 20 years old, and they were considered classic Mercedes. On the day after I sold that car to the garage, one of my mates saw it being driven through town by a lady he reckons she's in her 60s, and obviously I think that's going to go, well obviously, but I think it's going to go for a restoration job. It's a brilliant platform for a restoration, because it was mechanically sound. It just needed it needed a ball joint on the front, or whatever that thing's called. It stops things rattling about. And it just needs some rust dealt with. and that'll be it sorted. But as far as being sort of mechanically sound and stuff, it's 100%. So it's a good car, but it was getting to the stage for me where I didn't want to put the money into it because it wasn't worth it to use it as a daily commute. And then people said to me, why don't you keep the car and fix it up and keep it for Sunday driving? And I'm going, no, because when I'm driving it, I'll still be thinking I could be getting 60 miles a gallon here if I wanted it from the other car. So I decided, right, that's it, gone, and I'm very happy with my choices, so that was good. This is not very good either, folks. Will you see this? Look at that, isn't it awful? Very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Need to put these somewhere. I'll not need a very big container for them, that's for sure. So to say, so the car has taken up a lot of time, and then there was other stuff going on with the wood turning and just family life. Everything's all right, like there's nothing wrong, but just this other family stuff was getting the attention a lot. So that's why you haven't seen much of me for a while. I've got the greenhouse completely cleared out, and tonight I'm going to start clearing it out and getting the tomatoes potted. Like they should have been done months ago, but that's just where I am. And the problem is, you just cannot make time to suit yourself, you know. It's so much to do, and I basically just had to prioritise, and that was it, you know, that's the bottom line. So, but I still have to beat myself up about it a wee bit, you know. Right. So I've been, what else have I been doing? Yeah, I've been trying to think of ideas, not think. But I've got a wee notebook, and I've written down loads and loads of little wee stories and stuff for the next lot of reveals, you know. Put this in pounds. I discovered something else. There's pounds, there's ounces. That one there's the temperature, 34.5 degrees, which is about 95, 96. So it's in the greenhouse. So we'll go back to pounds again. That's kilos. Pounds. And very bad again. 0.2, so not much more than the last one. So no more spud reviews for about a month, guys, because I'm not going to waste the potatoes doing that. It's obvious that they haven't been long enough here to do the job. As I say, we had really shitty wet weather, and even though they were in the greenhouse, there was no sunshine, and that has been the big hang-up, that they weren't getting enough light. And they did pretty well compared to other people's potatoes outside, but there still wasn't much growth going on really underneath the soil. So that's where we are. In kilos, that's only about 0.8 of a kilo or something. 0.11 of a kilo. What I meant 0.11. Right, that'll do. Okay then. That'll do for a while then, folks. And no more reveals until such times as the potatoes are a bit bigger. Alright, all the best now. Bye bye.